All right, back with Free Agent Spotlight, another edition. Going to talk about a few guys that could help the Lions in the front seven. Appreciate the love and support. We back, Mercy Sports Talk. Make sure you share the video. And as we get closer to the free agent period, March 16th, you can officially tamper. So we about to really get into the free agent spotlights every day leading up into that day. Free agent spotlight, we talk about possible free agents that can help the Lions. We get to the money with the draft spotlights after free agent spotlight period is over with. But we're going to talk about three guys here. Shaq Barrett, Arik Armstead from 49ers. Barrett played for the Buccaneers, and Yannick Ngakoue. Hopefully I said his name right. But let's get to Ngakoue first. He's a free agent, will be tagged, franchise tagged by the Jacksonville Jaguars. He said he don't want to play there no more. Out of Maryland, was a third-round pick. His biggest year came in 2017 where he had double-digit sacks. But he's been around 8 or 7 each year after that. He can bring a lot of heat off the edge as well, too. He ain't one of the stand-up guys neither, but he's 6'2", 240. But he bring that in. He bring that speed. Not sure if he athletic enough to stand up, and that's what they need him to do. But he just electric off the edge. He a pass rusher. You put him and Trey Flowers on the line and hand on the inside, you got some real magic. But it's probably going to take for you to trade for him and probably have him, pretty much, agree to a contract extension with the Lions. But I think he'll be a good fit off the edge. Too bad we don't really know what truly Patricia wants out of his system. It just seemed like you have to use the bathroom with the New England Patriots facility, or you got to be big and slow. But in Ngakoue, he ain't had the fastest 40, but I think his game speed is better than his actual speed. And he's only 24 years old, be 25 at the end of the March, and he just bringing a lot of speed and a lot of versatility off the edge, man. I'm telling you, the way he get past you and his chop, and power moves and stuff of that nature, the Lions need that athletic ability across the line. So, I would see if I can trade something for him to get him from Jacksonville, but it's probably a pipe dream. Even if he was a free agent, they would probably say he didn't fit the scheme what the Lions need to do. But, if you got ball players, you can, adjust your scheme to what you need them to do. But, it is what it is. But you move on to Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett definitely can play that Devin Kennard position. He had 19 sacks, a league high last year. And people forget, in Denver, he sat behind DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, I think. So that lets you already know he learned from the best pass rushing guys. And guess what? You can get him at a good price. You know what I'm saying? He better player than Devin Kennard. He probably don't have the versatility to play Mike or inside linebacker, but he do what he need to do off the edge. He give you some guy that people gotta respect. He give Trey Flowers bookend, and then you got hand work in the middle. Lord forbid you draft, they get it right. God forbid they draft and get it right, and you put Derrick Brown in the middle. That's a nasty front seven on paper if they can stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Right then and there, Tavai in the middle, and you can put Davis if you choose to keep him in situations where, he could rush the passer. You can put him in situations to help him be successful. But Shaq Barrett, I think, is a perfect fit for what the Lions need off the edge. A guy that's a pass rush specialist that brings some speed and somebody that's fair. And, even if you want to take Jeff Okudah, give Jeff Okudah a person up front that can help him, get interceptions and make plays on the ball a lot easier. So I'm very, very high on bringing Shaq Barrett here because it's an ideal fit. He can stand up. He can put his hand in the dirt. And like I said before, Trey Flowers need a running mate on the opposite side. You probably can line him up at the same side if you stand him up. Twist stunts, you know what I'm saying? Just seems like Matt Patricia don't have all that in his repertoire. But him and Yakle and Ngakoue, that'd be two good upgrades, man. But they kind of play Patricia's running 3-4. They kind of both would play the same position. And I don't think they want to stand Ngakoue up anyway. But Barrett can stand up, put his hand in the dirt, come off the edge. He can, he can blitz up the middle. He a pass rushing specialist, so he gonna take advantage of his matchup. And he's a guy you can flip around, multiple times. But Ngakoue, he straight heat too, man. He straight heat too. But if they gonna draft Okudah, they gotta attack one of these guys that's coming to be a pass rushing specialist. You gotta get one of them dudes, man, because that's just gonna make the front end and the back end just that much better. But I think Barrett is a better fit than Ngakoue, and plus you don't have to get nothing up but money to get Shaq Barrett. So I think Shaq Barrett should be at the top of the Lions wish list when you're talking about a guy that can get it. Kennard, they just put so much stock in him, but he's just not that good, to be out there starting. He's not fast enough. You need guys that can spy quarterbacks, that can run quarterbacks down. And Barrett definitely got that heat. But also you talk about Arik Armstead, a guy that had 10 sacks his rookie year and hasn't become close to doubling them sack efforts up. It's talked about that he and the 49ers are coming close to an agreement. He's from Sacramento, so I doubt if he want to leave California from Detroit. And he's probably a distant pipe dream, in my opinion. But he a guy that fit what Patricia want to do. One of those big linemen that can, 3-down linemen in 3-4. You can slide him on the inside in a 4-3. He can play defensive end in a 4-3. He provides a lot of versatility in different schemes. And I think the best is yet to come from him as well, too. He a real strong kid, long, tall, can bat balls down at the line of scrimmage, and he showed in this league he can get out there and rush the passer as well. So you can put him in hand in the middle. You can put him along defensive end in the 3-4. You can put him in defensive end in the 4-3. He not going to stand up, but he highly athletic for his size. And he was 6'7", 290-something pounds. That'd be an instant arm upgrade, especially with the arm lift between him and Trey Flowers. You know what I'm saying? Hand down there. But I do think they need at least two of these three guys up here on the string. Armstead will be a beautiful get, but I just don't see a California kid leaving California less the money super duper right. But Armstead is strong at the point of attack, athletic for his size, and I think they would need 2 or 3 of these guys, man. Barrett and Armstead would be a perfect get, and that'll instantly provide upgrade to your front seven. Now the problem is you need depth. You know what I'm saying? And you can find depth in, many different places, man. You can find depth in the free agent pool still. You can find depth in the draft. You can find depth, when people release veterans. So they got to find that depth, at defensive tackle. But in a way, I think they need to, attack a position group and complete it. And if you get Barrett, you can Armstead, even though I know it's a pipe dream. You also can play again Derek Brown there as well. Then you still got more work to do because it's strength in numbers. You got to find a backup for Brown, backup for Hand. You got to find an edge rusher to back up what they doing, with Trey Flowers on the other end. So you got to have pass rushers and numbers and strength in numbers, and that's how you get a good front seven. But like I said before, if I had to rank them in order for the Pistons, the Lions, Shaq Barrett to be number 1, or Arik Armstead to be number 2, and then Ngakoue just because of it's not a positional fit, and you have to give up probably draft compensation or other compensation to get them. But I do think the Lions should consider bringing these guys in, especially Shaq Barrett, unless he get tagged. They may tag him, they may not tag him, but that's the type of guy that fit good. They sound like they want to keep Devin Kennard. He would be a backup. You know what I'm saying? He don't provide enough speed off the edge and enough pass rushing skills to actually do that. But I feel like the Lions will continue to keep Devin Kennard regardless because he a favorite. And you see he doing the tap dance for the CBA, and that's what the Fords want. But, Patricia, I think he going to ride and die with his guys, more like die and be out of a job. But these are the 3 that I like the most, man. Barrett, Armstead, and Ngakoue, man. Really like them to bring a lot of help up front. But knowing Patricia, he reports he feel like they got strength up front with they linebackers, man. But we'll see, man. Also, another guy we'll talk about the next coming days is Calvin Noy. I don't think I talked about Dante Fowler this year. So some other guys out there. There's a lot of free agents to get, but you got to spend wisely. You got to know who to get the money to. Some guys get this money. A lot of guys come to Detroit, get money, and then they fold it in, and they treat it like a retirement home and leave, and they rejuvenate their career somewhere else. But yeah, I like a lot of these guys all these guys on the list for the Lions, man. But feel that Armstead and Barrett is the better fit for what Patricia do. But hey, Patricia may not be there next year. But let me know what you guys think about these 3: Shaq Barrett, Yake and Ngakoue, and Arik Armstead. But don't forget to check out our Detroit Lions playlist. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Let me know what you guys think about these 3. And if you got an NFL free agent spotlight request, email me, hit me up on Twitter. Both the links in the description. It's the quickest way to get in touch with me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow, Motor City Sports Talk. And keep sharing the videos. It's the best way to help. And don't forget, check my other channel out, Goodfellow Sports TV, for more sports, music, news, and entertainment right here on YouTube. One time for the one time we gone.